Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed and local government as honest as possible. In this video, we will be doing a brief overview of the June 21st, 2022 City Council meeting agenda, plus going over a couple of things of interest I found in the agenda packet. Any editorial content is my own as a resident of Livingston and does not represent the views and opinions of the City Council or the City of Livingston itself, and it certainly does not represent any kind of legal advice. As of the time and date of this recording, there is no closed session and no review of the city attorney or city manager's performance scheduled. Regular meetings scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. Members of the public wishing to participate by phone may do so by calling 520-525-8911, and depending on your phone plan, there might be a charge. The meeting will be streamed on YouTube Live. Let's hope it works this time and we don't end up waiting for the backup copy to be posted several days later. Persons requesting accommodation should contact the Deputy City Clerk at least 24 hours prior to this meeting at 209-394-8041, extension 121. Public comments can be submitted via email at citycouncil@livingstoncity.com. Comments must be received by 2 p.m. on the day of the City Council meeting. You will need to provide meeting date, item number, name, email, and comment. Please limit to 300 words or 3 minutes. Please include public comment in the subject for the email. First up, we have called to order with Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, roll call, closed session announcements, and changes to the agenda. Although I have noticed that quite often the council does not take advantage of this time for changes to the agenda, but will often make changes and move things around as the evening progresses. So although the agenda puts forward a specific order of things, you can't really depend on the council to stick to that order, especially if you have a public comment you want to make on a particular item. You may find that it's been moved around to another part of the meeting or even postponed to a future meeting. After that is citizens' comments. Comments are normally limited to 3 minutes, although some of us know of people who are allowed more than 3 minutes whenever they wish to speak. Announcements and reports. Notice who's on the list and who's not. Consent agenda. Items are considered routine or non-controversial. There'll be no separate discussion of these items unless members of the City Council or City Manager request that specific items be removed. Item number 1, waiving of reading of ordinance and resolutions, is a regular on the consent agenda. So are items 2 and 3. Item number 4, having to do with accessory dwelling units, think things like granny flats or mini homes. If this passes, it will go into effect in 30 days. Item number 5, authorizing signatories for banking and investment services. We'll just see whose names are on the list of people who can sign checks for the city. Item number 6, authorize continuation of the 2021-22 fiscal year budget until the 2022-23 fiscal year budget is adopted because there wasn't enough staff to get it done in time this time around. Moving on to discussion and potential action items. Item number 7, authorize contract with WGR for storm drain compliance reporting, because we don't have the staff with the proper licenses and credentials, I'm guessing. Item number 8, accepting Phase 1 paving 6 dirt alleys as complete. This is a federal aid project. Item 9, accepting Phase 2 paving 2 dirt alleys as complete. This is also a federal aid project. Item number 10 is to approve the City of Livingston fiscal year 2022-2023 list of eligible road projects to be paid for with SB1 funds. And that leads us to council direction on future agenda items and adjournment. This is an excerpt from the staff report about accessory dwelling units. Notice that personal cannabis cultivation indoors and subject to some restrictions is permitted in all these residential designations. Moving on to the staff report about authorized signatories for the banking services, we find that it adds Jennifer Redmond, Finance Director, to order the deposit and/or withdrawal of monies for the F&M Bank and the Waive accounts. And we notice that the signatories for F&M Bank are limited to the mayor, the city manager, the finance director, and the senior accountant. Signatory for monies in the local agency investment fund in the state treasury are limited to the city manager, the finance director, and the senior accountant. About that budget extension, the staff report states that because of the volume of work combined with staff vacancies, the analysis of the city's current financial condition and work on the 2022-23 budget will not be completed by June 30th, 2022. Maybe if things hadn't been thrown into chaos back in July 2021, we wouldn't be here now, you think? A little more on the stormwater compliance. According to the staff report, small municipal separate storm sewer systems are to be regulated pursuant to a specific permit. A small permit program regulates stormwater discharges from municipalities that serve populations of less than 100,000 persons. So this has to do with regulations having to do with water, like when it rains and ends up in the basins and where that water goes and all that kind of stuff. The estimated cost for the services is $55,285, from which around $23,000 is estimated to be paid by development plan check fees. And I'm thinking, out of development plan check fees, aren't development plan check fees supposed to go towards actually providing the service of plan checking? A little more about those road projects. They are to include Witten Parkway rehabilitation from Joseph Gallo Drive to State Route 99, Hammett Avenue rehabilitation from Campbell Boulevard to State Route 99, Stephanie Avenue rehabilitation from Davis to Campbell Boulevard, and slurry seals projects like Campbell Boulevard, North Main Street, Walnut Avenue, Olds Avenue, Harvest Avenue, Fruit Basket Lane, Grapevine Drive, Orchard Way, Nut Tree Road, Swan Street, Davis Street, Kroll Street, White Avenue, Stephanie Avenue, and 4th Street. And here's another slide about that from the staff report in case you're interested. If you like what I do here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. If you don't, well, thanks for hanging out this long anyway.